Hi, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me in this space where we create, where we build each other and advise each other on life lessons and where we bounce back from some of the mistakes that we have made. I always look forward to reading your comments. Please share your thoughts and let me know what you would like for me to talk about or tackle so that we can learn and grow together. I am bringing this edition to you from Polokwane and I'm excited about today's topic. But before we get into that, remember to follow me on social media. I am available on X and the handle is @nono_cele. I am on TikTok and Instagram and the handle is @thegreatnonocele. So let's get to today's topic. I would like to talk about the great advice, right? Because people talk a lot about the things that they've learned in life. And usually when people do interviews, there's always that popular question: what advice would you give to your younger self or to other people? But what do you know now that you wish you had known earlier? So for me, I would like to look at it differently. What are the 5 things that you wish that you had known earlier in your life? So if we were to give advice to somebody else, what would we say? What does that sound like for you? What would you say to your kids, to the younger version of yourself, or to somebody else? This is the episode about the great advice. Let's go. First on the list for me is advice that I think most of us would agree on. It is advice that is necessary throughout the journey of life, and simply put, it's believe in yourself. Most of us struggle with this one because we allow other people to speak into us. And that's because of our childhood. We grow up relying on our parents, relying on the loved ones around us, right? And listening to their guidance, and rightfully so. But there comes a point in our development where we need to know with conviction who we are and what our purpose is. And too often, when we do not know how to listen to the inner voice, how to trust what we are called to be, we tend to miss out on key moments in life because we are going on advice and not going on our inner voice or instinct. So believe in yourself. And I say this even to myself at this stage because I still get moments where I'm like, is this my voice or is this somebody else's voice? Next on the list for me would be travel, travel, travel. Unfortunately, I don't think we make this as big of a priority as it should be. Now, I know that finances are not always allowing, but this is something that we should strive for. We must expose ourselves to different spaces, environments, and people because we learn so much from doing so. Whether we are visiting friends or family members who live in a different city, live in a different country, live in a different continent, this is something that we have to do. We have to make sure that we leave this earth richer than what we found it. Richer not only financially, but also richer in memory. It's very important to travel to discover pieces of ourselves. And I think that people think that traveling is only about luxury. Actually, yes, but also it's about discovering the world in which we exist. If we leave this space never having discovered key places, never having seen beautiful scenes, then we would have missed out on a lot. So travel, invest time, invest money in enriching yourself with wonderful experiences. And if you have the privilege and the pleasure of living in a country as beautiful as South Africa, see all corners of South Africa. Immerse yourself in the beauty that exists here at home. Find out what it means to be truly South African beyond the comfort of your home. Travel, travel, travel. It's a must. Closely linked to traveling is another must give, must know, must share piece of advice. Read books. That is the best way for us to gain wisdom. Read books. I used to be an avid reader. When I look back at my life in high school, I was immersed in reading. I used to have a little library in my bedroom, but over time, as I've become busy with traveling, with work, with marriage, with children, my life has slightly shifted, right? I'm still a reader, but not an avid reader. But I encourage this. In order for us to learn, in order for us to be wiser, in order for us to truly grow and develop from other people's experiences, we have to read. There are some things that we will never live to experience ourselves, but we will be better human beings for having read. It's very important for us to read, not only to become wiser and become intellectuals, but it enriches our life experience. So we must read. I think there's something about reading that is soothing. And also, if we don't read, even the Bible, then our life experience becomes shallow, And a lot of people usually send me questions such as, where do you get this wisdom from? And truly, it's from reading. It's from reading. And there are some seasons in my life where I go through something and I remember a quote, I remember a paragraph, I remember something that inspired me, that becomes so vital in that season that I'm able to stand. So reading is a huge part of my life. And I would say to anyone who wants to fully enjoy this life experience, read more. Next on the list is something that I must admit I'm struggling with. And that's because we are living in the times and the days of technology. And it's be more present. Be more present. There are moments when we even travel to beautiful spaces, or we are in the presence of someone that is valued and celebrated, and we get so caught up in taking pictures that we lose out on connection because we are not fully present. This is something that I'm learning to practice on a daily basis, where I switch my phone off or I don't have my phone with me, just to learn how to be more present in each moment, more present at family dinners, more present when I'm playing, more present when I'm surrounded by people I love. It's very important, yes, for us to keep memories, to take those pictures, but I think we miss out on the beauty and the power of presence. There's something that happens when we are present, where we are able to connect, where we are so aware of each other's energy, where we are so aware of even each other's facial expressions, because we are fully in the moment. So be more present. Even when you are going through a difficult time, instead of trying to escape, instead of wishing this season away, be present so that you are able to learn what this season is teaching you. Presence is a powerful gift. May we be more present even in our prayers, and not just say words, but fully connect with God in what we are saying in this moment. Presence. Last but certainly not least, advice I would give to my younger self, wisdom I would share with my children, something I would say to somebody if I wanted them to win in life: keep the faith. I think when we are younger, our minds, our being is filled with dreams, filled with hope. And over time, we become tired, we become exhausted, we become weary, we become discouraged. It's very important for us to keep the faith. Don't let the things that you suffer in this life to steal the joy of being alive. Continue to be a hopeful person. Remain positive. Stay expectant that good is coming your way. Keep the faith that all things will work together for your good. Don't let go of the word of promise just because you are seeing opposition and you are going through testing. Keeping the faith speaks of character. It means that you are resilient, you are willing to go through life and not allow it to turn you into someone who is bitter. It means you understand that the journey comes with difficulty, but you choose to continue to pursue your calling, your purpose. So keep the faith. Continue to be a good, kind person. Continue to strive for excellence. Continue to pursue your purpose. Keep the faith and do not abandon it for anything, for anyone. With that said, there's a lot of other advice that we can share about finances, about healthy habits, about what to eat. But I think those five are absolutely on top of my list. And I feel like they would add a lot of riches to your life, financially, emotionally, mentally as well. Keeping the faith and remembering who you are, believing in yourself, giving yourself rich life experiences through traveling, through reading. All of those are key elements in doing life well. Now, I want to hear from you. Please let me know what your great advice would be to your younger self or someone that you care about. Let us exchange notes and let us make sure that we are refining each other's lives and adding value. May your life be filled with good things. May you make good choices and amazing decisions. May you be led with wisdom at every turn, because really life can be so short and all we have is now. May we appreciate the value of each moment. Thank you very much for joining me. I do not take your time lightly. Remember, I am available on social media. Follow me at The Great Nono Cele. Until the next edition, goodbye and thank you. Nono, signing out.